Welcome to Pari Gaming. Today I'm gonna do Sharp as Knights first personal companion quest, and there he is.
I need to tell you something. You're the only one I know who's nosy enough to care. It's about my former job broker, Federo. I have been wanting to have a word with him ever since everything went tailed up on my last job. You know, the one where we met.
I remember you didn't tell me much about Federo before.
He hired me and paid me on time, that's all you need to know. But I haven't heard from him since the Raynilla job. I figured he had some connection to the Reformer and my forgotten past. I was thinking we ought to pay him a visit.
Where can we find Federo?
He has this little place in Cedrith Mora. If he's there, we can shake him down for information, then get lost before the Reformer's mercenaries show up. Whatever happens, I know I'll fare better with you there. Any chance you'd like to tag along?
Sir, I'll go with you to Federo's place in Satric Mora.
Probably better that I don't go to the seat of House Telvanni in Vardenfell alone when there is someone in the higher ranks obsessed with my capture. I know I don't say it a lot, but I appreciate you sticking with me.
I have some questions before we find Federo.
I figured you would. I hate Cedrith Mora, so I'm not in any hurry to get there. Ask away.
Have you spent a lot of time in Satric Mora?
I used to have to go to Federo's place to get paid before I convinced him to start utilizing dead drops. Tried to teach him how to fish once or twice. It didn't take. He always tried to get me to go drinking with him instead. Can't imagine why.
Do you think he wanted to be friends?
How should I know? We weren't close. He was just someone I worked for. So, there's no reason to hold back if we need to shake him down for information when we find him, especially if it's clear he's decided to keep working for the Reformer.
Do you think that's what he's done?
He'd be stupid not to. You remember the Reformer was offering 3 times the promised rate to his mercenaries for my capture, right? All Federo ever wanted was to get rich and climb ranks within House Telvanni. Turning me over would get him both.
Then why do you think he hasn't found you yet?
Well, I'm not working for him anymore, am I? I keep it low profile when I'm not spending time with you. Maybe he set up a trap for me at his place, or maybe the Reformer made him disappear. I don't know. Guess we'll find out.
Are you worried about trap being set for you at Federo's place?
I'd be more concerned if Federo had written acting like nothing was wrong, asking to put me on another job or something. It's not like him to not write. It's the other stuff that worries me more.
What are you most concerned about?
It's not the threat of danger so much. I know we can handle whatever comes our way. It's the Reformer, I suppose. The note we found where he mentioned me by name. I try not to think about the way he talked about me. How unsettling it was.
I remember. He seemed fixated on you.
Me, of all people. Guess that's how we know he's crazy. I guess that's what has me so unnerved. I mean, I've done awful things for money, but what's he doing them for? And what do I have to do with any of it?
Maybe Federo will give us some answers to that.
Some part of me wonders if I'd be better off not knowing the answers, but I guess we'll have to see.
Have you heard from Mevey or Dimik A since we saw them last?
Mevi, the one who made it clear I was a dangerous liability because I was choosing to go after the Reformer? The one who likely blames me for the death of her wife. That, Mevi? No, I haven't.
What about Dimik A?
I don't know how to find her, and she couldn't find me if she tried. Probably for the best that it stays that way. You saw how disappointed she was when she realized I wasn't her Kaj Kuche, the brother she knew from before.
Do you really think that Mevey blames you for Rainila's death?
Why not? It's probably how I'd feel if it were me. I can't replace Raynilla, but I can try and fix things my way, our way, if you're still with me.
Yeah, sure thing. Okay, so Cedric Mora. And there.
Oh, dear Tywin, how I long to
Might
see
be
you.
that.
Bet I'm not the only one who wishes this place would sink into the sea.
Was I here for some other companion quest
Nice little place
earlier?
right on the water. And get this, Federo does it. Door unlocked. Place looks abandoned. We're off to a great start. Federo only drinks sugary Sujama cocktails. The wine bottles can't be his.
Is there anything to gather?
Those are rags by Federo standards. Not his style at all. I hate that I know that.
Hey, who are you?
Here's our wine drinker. I can smell it on her. Where's Federo? Who are you?
I'm Federo's betrothed. Leave now, before I call the guards.
Right.
Look, I don't want any trouble. Federo is a good enough sort. He wouldn't mind that I've holed up here for so long, honest. Because, we were engaged to be married. As you can see, losing him has made me take to drinking. Oh, how I miss him.
What? Where is Federo?
Oh, he's dead, I'm afraid. Killed by some mercenary called Sharp as Knife. Just brutal. Nasty business. Tragic, really. I'm heartbroken. We were gonna get married, you know. But he told me that since he's dead, I can keep the house.
How did Federo tell that to you if he's dead?
Good question. Look, Federo just told me to say that to anyone who came asking after him. He's a good guy, really. Said he was meeting someone who was going to keep him safe. You're not trying to hurt him, are you?
Here's some information we need, that's all.
Oh, information. Well, this seems harmless enough to me. He had me seek passage to Eastmarch for him. He paid me in wine to do it. Let slip he was headed to Twinkler, Tinkerer Tobin's workshop, I think. Does that help?
It's a start. Thanks.
You two are a lot more friendly than the mercenaries that came round looking for Federo a while back. Of course, when they wrote me and dragged me out of bed, I was nearly sober, I think. Anyway, they haven't been back since.
Mercenaries?
Hired by a client of his, I think. Didn't sound too happy with him. And they weren't too happy with me after I hurled all over the one holding me. Lot easier to lie when you're sober, but where's the fun in that?
How do you actually know Federo?
Oh, we're just friends. Drinking buddies, really. I think he always had a thing for one of his mercenaries. Told me about him once, but I forget. I'll set you up with him if you like. He's a great guy, really. Gave me his house.
Where did you say he went again?
Toby's... No, that's not right. Tinkerer Tobin's workshop. Eastmarch. Oh, bundle up if that's where you're headed. I hear it's cold there this time of year. Or every time of year, I suppose.
Yes.
So, Federo's not just a coward, but a liar too. As if I cared about him enough to track him down and kill him. He should be so lucky. The elf is too drunk for me to understand most of her story. What did you get out of her?
She said Federo was headed to each march to meet someone.
Right. But who? And why Eastmarch, of all places? Federo wasn't stupid. He'd know I'd see through a cover story as fake as this wine drinker being his betrothed, and he knows how good a tracker I am. Why leave such an obvious loose end?
Maybe the cover story wasn't meant to fool you. Maybe he is running from the Reformer.
I suppose he'd be in trouble if he didn't make every effort to hand me over to the Reformer. I just can't imagine why he'd do that for me. The place the elf mentioned is west of Cradwallow, right on the hot springs. Ugh.
Let's see if Federo is still there.
Eastmarch, of all places. The armpit of Skyrim. Federo must be really desperate to hole up at this Tinkerer Tobin's place. I'm sure he's just miserable.
You don't like Skyrim.
I don't mind the endless tracts of ice and snow, but Eastmarch has that rotten egg smell from all the hot springs. Makes me want to gag. Besides that, the Nords of Windhelm are a bit chipper for my taste. Otherwise, no strong opinions.
It's been a while since Federal fled. Do you think he is still there?
I'd be surprised if he were. Like you said, he was meeting someone. If we have to do more tracking, that's fine by me. I'm good at that. I can't picture him staying in the wilds of Skyrim for long, though. He's what I'd call an indoor elf.
You seem to know a bit more about him that you let on before.
When I say he asked me to drink with him once or twice, I might have agreed once or twice. Easier to think of him not as a friend if he happened to sell me out to the Reformer.
You think he would do that?
I did, but I'm beginning to rethink that theory. I'm not going to say I was wrong until I actually am, and probably not even then. Are you done with the questions? We have an armpit to get to.
Okay.
Did you hear that Sonic tried to open a portal to Oblivion?
Oh no. Let's see. Where is this place? Oh. I guess there.
Hello? Who's there? Please don't be another bear.
Well, look who it is. Federo. I thought one of your mercs took you out.
Sharp? Please. I didn't reveal anything to the Reformer about Sharp. I just ran. Sharp never mentioned being a former Telvanni slave. On the souls of my ancestors. I didn't know. I'd never have put him on the job if I had. I swear.
Sharp didn't know either. We are trying to track down the Reformer. What can you tell us about him?
Track him down? What, to kill him? Oh, I suppose someone has to. You really think you can? Listen, I had plans to blackmail the Reformer before I realized how stupid that would be. The cache of information can be yours and Sharp's. For a price.
What do you want?
Not what I want, but what I need. A new life. New name, new identity, new clothes. I heard there's a document forger in the Adept's Retreat in Windhelm. Work out a deal, then meet me in the Outlaw's Refuge. I'll tell you where I buried the cash.
We'll see what we can do.
Please hurry. I'm really not built for this climate. I just need passable documents and some clothing that doesn't make me look quite so Telvanni. Then I could be on my way. Remember, I'll meet you in the Windhelm Outlaws Refuge after, all right?
Why did you have this guy tell to people that Sharp killed you?
Oh, that. I thought it'd make Sharp seem dangerous and unpredictable. I thought it'd throw the Reformer off his scent and mine. And I thought maybe the Reformer would be afraid that Sharp was coming for him next. And look, now he is.
Did the Reformer offer you anything to turn in Sharp?
Of course he did. Gold, power, prestige. He practically sounded like a game of tribute. It'd have been so easy. And I'd be living like a king right now if I had.
Why didn't you do it?
Turn over my best mercenary? I couldn't live with myself if I did that. Only got as far as I did on the peninsula because of Sharp. I might have called him my friend if he were the type to make friends. Speaking of, who are you exactly?
I'm Sharp's friend. We met when you put him to the Rainila's job. Can't speak.
Huh. Well, good you came along, or we'd both probably be a lot worse off. You know the Reformer is obsessed with Sharp, right? He won't kill Sharp, but I'm sure he'll cut down anyone else who stands in his way. Just be careful.
New clothes? You're shameless.
Come on, Sharp. I've been good to you, haven't I? If you can't find something nice, at least make sure it's warm.
Federo ran instead of trying to turn me over to the Reformer. I didn't expect that from anyone, let alone someone like him. We'll see how reliable this forger is in Adept's retreat. As for clothing, I have no idea what we're going to do.
But do you trust Federo to give us the information we are after?
It's probably not going to be much. He gave up on using it as blackmail, after all. He's clearly scared for his life. Maybe helping him isn't the worst thing, but I say we don't go out of our way to set him up for a life of luxury.
You sure there is someone who can get us what Federo wants at the Adept's retreat?
It wouldn't have been my first place to look either, but I guess a truly skilled forger could hide in plain sight. If that's what Federo heard, let's follow his lead. He's been here longer than we have, I suppose. It's the clothes I'm worried about.
Are you worried you will disappoint Federo with your selection?
Please, like I care. But I owe him for not giving me up when he could have. I'll leave the selecting to you since you clearly have more particular taste than I do. Federo will probably appreciate your judgment better than mine.
If you say so. Let's get going then.
Please hurry. I'm...
Okay.
Sharp? Stranger, what are you doing here?
I could ask you the same... Oh, no. You're the forgery expert, aren't you?
Keep your voice down. After I saw Dimike to safety, I was lost. I remembered that Raynilla and I came to Windhelm on a holiday once. I just sort of drifted here. But I tried to keep my head down. I must not have hidden well enough. How did you manage to find me?
We weren't looking for you exactly. We are looking to get forged identity, and we're pointed here.
Raynilla worked hard to bring light to all corners of the world. Now that she's gone, everything feels cast in shadow. Like I've lost my purpose. But forgery is something I know. Something I did for her. This new identity, is it for Sharp?
It's for Federo Entril. He used to broker. He used to broker jobs from the Reformer. Okay.
I know that name. Raynilla used to keep tabs on him. She wrote him, pleading for him to defect as an abolitionist. I was convinced he was a lost cause, but Raynilla didn't believe in lost causes. He's really had a change of heart, has he?
He refused to give up Sharp, and he's agreed to give us all the information he has on the Reformer.
Raynilla's work, then. It wasn't for nothing. A spark still remains. Her mission didn't have to die with her. I'll draft up a plausible identity. Something that will allow Federo unrestricted travel, wherever he might wish to go.
Thank you, Maeve.
Our contact wanted new clothing. Any idea where we might find something easy on the coin purse?
There's a tailor in the armorer's place across town. Standard prices, though. Might help if I had coin to spare.
Okay.
Clothing here. Free to anyone who can take it off my hands.
Ugh. You carry that. I'll try to keep upwind of you.
Did you drink my drink?
Free mead for the Conan liker.
They're running low on mead. You know the rules. No, well.
As I said,
Windhelm Outlaws Refuge. Do I have anyone here who wants to kill me? I don't think so.
Two deer ran right through the camp after you left. I made all haste to get here after that.
2 deer? I'm surprised you survived.
Oh my god, this guy is a freaking pussy.
I'm sure you and Sharp both find it very funny that I stayed out in the wilds, jumping at every noise, thinking it might be the last thing I hear. My poor nerves. But I'm ready to put all this behind me. Did you get what I asked for?
Here's your new identity and your new clothes. Now, can you tell us where you buried the cash?
This is really the best you could do? I'm a courier for the Antiquarian Circle? This document makes it sound awfully dangerous. What's that smell? Don't tell me that's coming from the clothes. You did remember to bring me clothes, didn't you?
If you don't like what we brought you, we'll take it back.
No, I'll take it. Sharp was always my best man for the job. If he says this was the most you could do, I believe it. I guess being a courier isn't so bad, but the smell on these clothes... never mind. It's nothing a good wash can't fix.
We got you what you asked for. Where's the cash buried?
I'll mark the location on your map. It's not far from here. You're really going after the Reformer, aren't you? I'd wish you luck, but I think Sharp's used up all that in finding you. I'm going to need luck more than you two. Courier?
Good luck, Fedoro.
So, after you fished these clothes out of the latrine that you found them in, what'd you do? Dry them over a bonfire of mammoth fur? The style I'll just have to work with, but the smell!
I have some questions before we go.
Maybe I could answer them over drinks? I've grown quite partial to the sweet mead they drink here. Oh, never mind. Sharp's giving me a look. Ask and be on your way then.
Why bury the cache of information on the Reformer?
The Nords and others who frequent the Tinkerer's camp seemed affable enough, but I got rid of any identifying information just in case they started to doubt my story.
What was your story?
That I decided to leave a cult and was laying low until its members forgot about me? Common enough and doesn't prompt a lot of questions. Most of the Nords who asked just nodded knowingly and offered me a drink. Maybe I'll keep the story.
How did you get involved with the Reformer in the first place?
I don't know. He seemed nice. He had these grand new ideas, powerful connections, things that mattered to me. Just goes to show, first impressions aren't everything. You know that. You're friends with Sharp.
What sort of new ideas?
He had it in his head that he could eliminate the need for slavery in all of Morrowind, if you could believe it. He was very protective of his methods, of course. Typical Telvanni. But he said the slaves he had were a necessity to perfect the process.
What does that mean?
I haven't the faintest idea. And hopefully I'll never have to think about such things again. I'm glad to get away from all this. The Reformer really is unhinged. You'll see what I mean when you find that cache.
Of all places in Tamriel, why did you decide to escape to Tinker's Tobins?
It wasn't my choice. I've been getting these letters for some time, pleading with me to defect, stop working for House Telvanni, telling me how I was complicit. When I finally did leave, of course, it was too late.
What do you mean?
Whoever wrote me said I could go to Tobin's as a sort of safe house. They would know somehow that I'd made it there, and they'd be along to set me up right with a new life, new identity. But nobody showed up. Until you and Sharp did, anyway.
I'm pretty sure Rhaenyra was the one who wrote you. Mevey mentioned she was keeping tabs on you.
Rhaenyra? Not the one the Reformer was after? I didn't know she was freeing his slaves until it was too late. No wonder she didn't come for me. She's dead, isn't she? Who is Mevey? Someone dear to Rhaenyra, I imagine?
Rhaenyra's wife. She's the one who forged your documents.
The one in Adept's Retreat? Small world. I hope you gave her my thanks. And I hope we see each other again. Remember, the world isn't against you. It just seems that way when you're up against a rich and powerful Telvanni Magister.
Yes.
Don't know about you, but I'm ready to see what's in that cache.
Do you think Federo is going to be alright?
Before all this, he was a pampered Telvanni rank climber. That is not an illness you recover from overnight. We handled Rhaenyra's unfinished business with him, and now we're on to more important things. It's up to him how he moves forward now.
Are you going to keep in touch with him?
I haven't decided. It might be too dangerous, you know. Probably safer for him to make a clean break from all this. But saying that makes me wonder if Rhaenyra thought the same about me. If that's why she didn't try harder to find me.
Even if it's more dangerous, I think Federo would probably like it if you stayed in touch.
He does seem the type to get lonely very easily, and he acts all put upon when he does. Maybe I will then, for his sake, and only because you suggested it.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. Wrong way. Okay, let's see where this cache is. Oh. There.
Federo marked the map between those two boulders, guessing it's just under the snow.
Okay.
Find anything worthwhile? Or do we need to go back and shake down Federo for something better?
The first letter hints the location of the secret lair and the key to it near Nisis?
Nisus.
Nisus,
Well,
okay.
that's not too far. Let's see. Bridge. Dwemer Ruins. I think I know the place. No hope of pronouncing it, though. I'll mark it on your map and we can skulk around for a way inside. Anything worthwhile in the other notes?
The next one wasn't signed, but I think it's from Ranilla.
Raynilla? Let me see. I think you're right. She was the reason that Federo had somewhere safe to go when he needed to run. He protected me because she gave him a way to do so.
The last note must be from the Reformer. He signed it with his real name.
Hello, Sandoval Ulris. Let's see what a piece of work you are.
Are you alright?
Fine. He's a crazy Telvanni, but we knew that, right? Well, we have the approximate location of this lab of his and a key to get inside. Sandoval wants to meet in person so badly. Let's see if he's there.
If you are sure, let's head to Woundenfell and find that key.
Here we go.
Is it there? Yes. Oh my god, this is a long one.
Ready to ride.
For the 80th time, help is on the way. I've received assurances from House Square. For the 80th time, help is on the way. I've received assurances.
For 80th time, the same dialogue. Ooh. Only simple, but still.
Here's the bridge. Let's talk. Let's see. Nisus nearby. Check. Bridge to some dwarven ruins. Check. Secret door. Could be anywhere between here and the coast. Look, instead of wasting our time searching, I have something that might help us.
What's that?
I've got this little tracking spell I've been working on in my free time. Should be able to pick up on the trail we're looking for. I'll need to concentrate on Federo's letter as I'm casting the spell. You'll watch my back while I do that, right?
I can do that. Let's try out your spell.
Give me a moment. Never tried this with someone watching me before. There we go. Quick, follow it. Come on, little one. Keep going. I've seen this place marked on maps. Never would have sought it out on my own. Let's see potato. And down they go. A Daedric shrine. Wonderful. Right. Nothing left to do but go inside.
Okay.
This place looks deserted, but I don't feel like we're alone. There's something here. What is this meadow? When I came in here, I could almost feel it. What the?
John, after all this time, where are you? Who's that with you?
Stay back!
You touched the Tyrannite and I felt it, Sharp. I felt it. You're still attuned. Do you know what this means? Remember me. Remember us.
All I remember is wanting to kill you.
That's right. And you're so close to being mine once more. Just a moment longer.
The meadow! Break the connection! We need to get out of here.
Okay, come here.
Sonderfell, Ulris. There is a bitterness to his name that I didn't taste before. I hated him, I'm sure of it. And his lab was deserted, so we have nothing else to go on. And what was that metal? Have you ever seen anything like it before?
It's called Terranite calx. He's been using it on his slaves. What happened when you touched it?
The Reformer had a hold of me through that metal somehow, like he was trying to reunite me with a piece of myself that was trapped inside. It was a glimpse of my forgotten life, my memories. I'm not making any sense, am I?
Take a moment. You have been through a lot.
I'll be fine. I just need to shake it off. Wasn't expecting him to just grab me like that. That journal you found, was it more of what we found in the letter?
Yes, but he also wrote about perfecting the Terranite calx attunement sometime after your escape.
Right. It's a connection that goes both ways. If we can find more of that metal, that Tyrannite calx, there may be a way we can exploit it. That's it. If we find more, we can use it to track down Sonderfell somehow.
We might need help with that.
I'll reach out to Mevi. She sounded like she wanted to help us more, right? I'm not used to having people in my corner, aside from you. We're going to do this, no matter what it takes. We're going to be the Reformer's end.
Okay.
Glad you were there to smash that stuff, that Tyrannite calx. Why can't these wizards just name things in a normal way?
No idea. Let's see what Sharp's Angler's Bounty contains. Okay. Okay, so that was first part of Sharp's personal companion quest. I'm gonna return to this story when I level up his rapport enough. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on next one. Bye.